The Humans with Werewolf Syndrome, Unusual People, Part 2. Hello everyone, I'm Keisha and wish you all a new day full of joy. If you still remember Beauty and the Beast by French writer Gabrielle-Suzanne de Villeneuve, now is the time to meet the archetype of that story. The people in this video have so much hair that if you happen to meet them, you would think they were wearing makeup. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 5. Jesus Aceves. Jesus Aceves, born in 1974 in Mexico, has a shrink face with black hair growing all over his body. He always covers his face with hands when going out. However, after years of social isolation accompanied by alcoholism and a circus career, Aceves has decided to stop hiding his reality from the world. According to doctors, Jesus has an extremely rare syndrome called hypertrichosis, also known as werewolf syndrome. This condition is so rare that only 50 such cases have been recorded in the world so far, or it may be because they do not dare to face society. People with this condition have an abnormal amount of hair on their face and body. At the age of 13, Jesus and his 2 older cousins with the same medical condition were signed to a circus. However, he and his cousins were locked in a cage and presented as a tourist attraction at the circus. If in this day and age, this would make the online community heavily attack the circus, but at that time, it was completely different. Jesus and family members travel all over America and England, performing various circus acts. He worked with the circus for 15 years and then returned to his hometown. At that time, working in a famous circus could make a lot of money. That's why after retiring, he did not have to live a difficult life. Number 4. Lalit Patida. Lalit Patida was born in 2006 in the state of Madhya Pradesh, India. Since he was born, he has experienced abnormal hair growth on his face, arms, and other parts of the body. People in the village always call the boy Werewolf because of his unusual hairy appearance. Like Jesus Aceves, Patida has had hypertrichosis since birth, leaving his body covered with a thin layer of hair. As he gets older, Lalit's hair grows thicker but shows no sign of diminishing, causing obstacles in daily life, even health. Patida faces difficulties related to breathing and vision. Lalit's childhood was not very smooth. He suffered from countless stigmas, very malicious teasing from friends or strangers. He was stared at by everyone and called monkey or werewolf. Some kids even threw rocks at him and called him a monster. However, after understanding the boy's disease, his classmates loved and become friends with him. The family took the boy to the hospital several times, but the doctors were still unable to do anything about his condition. Lalit has a dream of becoming a policeman to put all the thieves and criminals in jail and is determined to study to make it a reality. He also wants to make money to take care of his parents. Number 3. Larry Gomez. Larry Gomez lives in San Bernardino, California, USA, and is nicknamed the Werewolf because of 98% of his body, including his face, is covered by thick black fur. And he is also named the most hairy man in the world. Larry was also born with hypertrichosis. To many people, it may be a strange thing, but to Larry, it is very familiar because he inherited the disease from family members. Out of more than 100 people with this disease, some are from his family. Because of his appearance, he also didn't have many classmates in his class. He was often bullied by them, but then he became a circus actor. However, everything changed when Larry had the opportunity to appear in Hollywood. Larry's real name is Victor, but he took the name Larry after the main actor in the movie Werewolf, which appeared in 1941. He wants to remind people not to judge a person by their appearance. Larry is talented, friendly, can make a lot of money, and is always more optimistic than any other hypertrichosis sufferer. He hopes his story can inspire and help to gain confidence in others. Number 2. Petrus Gonsalvus. Petrus Gonsalvus' real name is Pedro Gonzalez, born in 1537 in Tenerife, the largest island in the Canary Island off the coast of West Africa of Spain. He is a strange man with thick hair covering his whole body, but has a very beautiful wife. At 10, Petrus was taken off a ship and sent to France as a gift to King Henry II on the occasion of the king's coronation in 1547. After the death of King Henry II, the wolf became the property of the widow Empress Catherine de' Medici, who married a beautiful woman to Gonsalvus. The Petrus couple had a happy married life for more than 40 years afterward. Catherine gave birth to the first 2 sons, who did not inherit her father's disease, but the next 2 sons did. They also had 3 daughters, who were covered in hairs all over their bodies. In the last years of life, Petrus and Catherine moved to live quietly in Capodimonte, Italy. Catherine died in 1623 and Petrus in 1618. The story of the Wolverine family, Petrus Gonsalvus, eventually became the prototype for one of the most famous love stories in literature and cinema today. Number 1. Fedor Jeftichew. Fedor Jeftichew, born in 1868 in St. Petersburg, Russia, is known as Jojo the Dog-Faced Man. He was a famous circus actor. He also suffered from hypertrichosis. His father, Adrian Jeftichew, also suffered from the same disease and became famous throughout Europe in 1873 as a werewolf. Fedor was originally exhibited in France with his father, also known as the Siberian Dogman. When Fedor was 5 years old, after Adrian committed suicide, Fedor was brought to England by Charles Reynolds to perform. He finally signed with P.T. Barnum, who brought him to the United States in 1884 when he was 16 years old. Barnum created a story involving a hunter in Kostroma, in which the villagers tracked Fedor and his father to their cave and captured them. Adrian was an uncivilized barbarian. Fedor was like a dog, and explained that when he was sad, he would bark and growl. In the show, Fedor was forced to act like that. During his career, Fedor traveled extensively with Barnum concerts around the world. His last performance was in Greece, where he contracted pneumonia and died in the city of Saloniki in 1904. That's all for today. Hope you guys will enjoy this video and continue to support me in other videos. We still have other hair covered people in the next video. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to watch more interesting videos. And now, goodbye and see you again.